Welcome back, everyone, to more Avernum 2. We are at the test of patience. You reach the portal, which glows and flickers greedily at your approach. A soft voice says, "Here lies the test of the Venati. One of you may enter." Strangely, the voice is speaking your tongue. "The one you send must not be soft of head or weak of spirit, for the puzzle beyond is a cunning one. Choose carefully." Well, I feel like we should send Clot. We don't want Ronstock to get too overpowered here. This room is full of odd brass stands. They're carefully placed on an elaborate grid of lovely floor tiles. They're arranged in a peculiar pattern. The meaning of it is not instantly apparent. There are two magic circles attached to the grid. One of them is crude and has several skulls in it. Another is lovely, ornate, and free of chunks of dead things. Each of the circles has one of the stands in it. The moment you set foot in the chamber, sparks appear to float in the air around one of the stands. The other stand remains dark. They wait quietly for you to do something. Interesting. You touch the orb on the stand. The sparks burn you. It's painful. You pull back your hand. Alright, test of patience. We should probably save. You touch the orb. Sparks leap over from a nearby orb, flowing in a pattern of the cracks between the darker tiles. The orb is now sparking. We have to draw some kind of connection here. When the sparks float into this magical circle, they stop. They hang confused in the air for a moment. Then all the sparks begin to slowly fade away. At the same time, the gate out of the room begins to open. Okay. Is this some kind of reset? You pull the lever, it immediately snaps back to its original position. You hear the sound of stone grinding on stone coming from just outside. Whoa, what'd I do? What'd I do? Hostile construct. Flawless crystal. On the combat still. I'm curious to see what it does if we... lead it to this. It summons a stone guardian. When the sparks enter the crude circle, they begin to glow red. You detect a faint smell of sulfur. The glow begins to fade away. The rocks near the small platform begin to move. They roll onto it, with their own power rapidly forming a stone guardian. It only takes a few seconds for the creature to come together. As the sparks fade away, it begins to lumber towards you. Oh, gleaming dagger and a shielding potion. Basic attack, gleaming blade. Sounds pretty badass. When you reach the end of this corridor, a bright green glow appears and envelops you. There's a familiar feeling of vertigo, and you find yourself back with the rest of your party. The voice speaks again. Well done. This test is complete. You were successful. Alright, well that didn't seem too difficult. You're at the edge of a ruin of what was once a remarkable city. Sections of unstable wall are all that's left of what must have been elegant and delicately curving spires. Fragments of tile are final remains of hundreds of intricate mosaics. It's all gone now, though, lost to cave quakes, wandering monsters, and the passing of centuries. At least now there's a supply of Venatai to rebuild it. I need some sort of boat to be able to get to this town here. There's a ferry. Whoa! Hellhounds are upset with me. We can pay the fee of 5 coins. We're carried across the water. The journey is an awkward and silent one. The ferryman is clearly not pleased to have humans aboard. Venatai Myrmidion. The Venatai guard stands motionlessly at attention. When you try to speak with him, he ignores you. When you reach for the iron gate, a force pushes your hand back so sharply that your wrist gets sprained a little. The gate has strong magical protection. You're currently unable to get in this way. Alrighty then. No need to be rude about it. The Venati are obsessed with crystals. They surround themselves with them, work magic with them, and collect and work with them constantly. You've entered an elaborate workshop used to take raw quartz and process it. Crystals made and shaped here are used for magic and to create coffins for sick and dying Venati to hibernate in. There are piles of quartz chunks and racks of tools everywhere, and stone dust stings your eyes. Ah! This Venati's robes are cinched in at the waist by a tool belt and covered with a thick layer of quartz dust. He's currently buffing down a sheet of blue translucent stone. He nods when you enter. I am Lith. Welcome to my workshop. What do you do here in Egli? I am a crystal smith. It's hard work, but necessary and honored. He holds the sheet of blue stone up to the light, looking for flaws. What's the blue stone for? He looks at the sheet with pride. This will one day be part of a cabinet in which aging or ill Venati are frozen. Similar cabinets now hold most our tribe, but not for long. He smiles. Some call them coffins as a joke, but they are much as opposite as they can be. What does a crystal smith make? I create spirit prisms and crystal soul vessels, two cores of Venati magic. What's the difference between a spirit prism and a crystal soul? Crystal souls are a physical manifestation of our spirits. They are what was stolen from us. Spirit prisms are what we store life energies in. To ever perform any of our special magics, you will need one. One called Abra said he would give you one, but he had to leave. Maybe you should find him. Where can we find Abra? He had to go to the southeast to reawaken more Venati. Difficult but rewarding work. You might explore the caves there. I believe there is a resting cell called Mancuso. So you make crystal souls? No, but I make the vessel. Then when one is so honored as to be stored in long life, a ritual is performed to move the spirit of the lost into the stone. Your kind does most of its magic with crystal and stone, correct? That is so. We are practical people. We work with things that are close to hand. There is nothing more common here than stone. Do you ever work magic with anything else? I'm glad that you asked. I've heard that in your land certain drakes are born with black fangs, shiny, like onyx or a similar stone. I would gladly reward you well if you could recover one of those for me. Alright, the good old find the drake tooth, which of course we got that same quest in Avernum. Alright, and they can sell crystals. We can buy wisdom crystals for 900 apiece. Definitely not worth it at this point. I guess at most it'd be worth it if we were at the end of the game, we had a shitload of gold, and we were going to finish the game and decided just to get as much XP as we could. That'd probably be the only reason to do that. We're now in the town of Egli. Ganked. This Venati is carrying a large bowl of pungent gray liquid. When you approach, he bows to you. A little of the fluid in the bowl spills over on the floor. He pushes his robe into the fluid with his foot to mop it up. I am Crane, he finally says. I am being clumsy. You seem to be having some problems, dipshit. I am filled with fatigue. That is why I am spilling shit. I have many jobs to do, and the majors are too high up and busy telling me. Too much cooking and working. Is that food you're carrying? He looks at you with irritation. Yes, I am the cook and custodian for Egli at the moment. It is difficult to manage all this by myself. I've already spent too much time trying to get the mages to wake someone to help me.
May I taste your soup?
He proffers the bowl.
Here, taste some of the broth.
You do. It's vile and nasty as shit. He notes your reaction.
Yummy.
You are kind to say so. Dishonest, but kind.
Why haven't they already awoken an assistant for you?
Many of us are still in the resting, sleeping in their crystals. Waking them all and rebuilding our cities is an enormous job. The most important of people get woken first, but some not so important ones need to be woken too, yes?
Alright. He does not have much else to offer there in the way of conversation. Claudica. Oath Ion. Irno. An age of Anatai is sitting here polishing his cock. His intricately carved piece of smoky quartz. His skin is very dull, dusty gray with many flecks of black. He wears a silver headband. He takes a break from his work when you enter.
I am Oath Irno, the leader of this settlement. I welcome you to Egli. I am willing to teach you to bring our peoples together.
I'd like to learn from you.
Yes, Boniro thinks you are beings of honor, though I am filled with anger at your kind. I am filled more with respect for Bon's judgment. I can offer you knowledge of our magical ways. I can also help with understanding us. However, I cannot guarantee Rentar Irno will help you, I am afraid.
We need to know more about the Venatai.
Yes, knowing the customs of others is the path to understanding. We Venatai believe in the trading of knowledge. It creates respect for the teachers. I will tell you some of our lore for 300 coins.
So this is going to be a Venatai skill, basically Venatai lore, and there's no way to gain levels and get it. You have to get it through talking to these bastards. So yeah, we don't have much of a choice here. And I believe he'll teach us 5 levels of it. We want to get up to 10 in that skill. So let's go ahead and start spending our money. Othirno takes the coins and in return tells you many little details of Venatai life in the caves. They're very reverent in these chambers and life forms in them. Life in the caves is a fragile thing and it's very easy to run out of food. The lesson ends with a warning.
Beware, if too many humans and other outsiders come down here, you will soon find that you lack enough to eat. Senno agreed to teach you a small amount of our magic, both out of a desire to share and so you can grasp some of our power. Before troubling Senno, be sure to speak with Lith. He can tell you of the importance of crystals to us.
Who is Rentar Irno?
He shakes his head. Rentar is the greatest of Irno's awake. She created the barriers in your land, and she has no love of humans at this point. She has agreed not to harm you, but I don't think she will give you much aid.
I would like to speak with Rentar Irno.
Othirno pauses and thinks. She has asked me not to help you speak with her, and I have agreed. He thinks more, but if you've asked others here, they might be able to tell you how to reach her. I am not the only one who knows.
You take note of this.
Are you alright? You have some black specks on your skin.
It comes to all of our kind with age. Does not the skin of your kind change with age?
No, I'm fucking perfect. Can you help me?
I am Irno here, the speaker of Egli. Pon Irno has spoken to me, saying we are to offer you help and information.
The Irnos are basically like the leaders of the communities in each of these places. If you didn't pick that up.
What is an Irno exactly?
An Irno is a leader of mages, of Venatai skilled in the magical arts, of who speaks of the others of our kind. I'm in charge of this place of learning.
Okay. guess we need to talk to Rentar. I don't know if we can see our Venatai skill level anywhere. Venatai lore. You have spent time studying the languages and cultures of the Venatai. This can come in handy when you find their writings and artifacts. Also counts as a level of arcane lore when trying to learn spells. Ah! Well, fuck me. Wish I knew that earlier. We should be good on arcane lore if we get our Venatai lore up. Not gonna bother with that anymore. Robbin' and mobbin'. Box contains some Venatai personal effects. The creatures live Spartan lifestyles. There are nothing but a few robes and some minor possessions. Nothing valuable. I make brews. It's the brewmaster. Venatai sitting at the table grinding up some lichen. He nods to you when you approach. I am called Oratem, aliens. Welcome to my shop. I sell potions and I buy goods. Alright, let's sell our shit. Boom shakalaka. Make the fucking money. We like it.
What are you making?
He indicates shelves heavily laden with vials, pouches, and bowls of viscous sludge.
I create potions and other magical substances for my fellow mages. If you have any valuables, I can purchase them as well. Supplies have been short since the Awakening. There's demand for alien artifacts.
What are your fellow mages working on?
We mages of Egli work hard to rebuild our lands after the resting, and to defend our kind from our enemies.
Who are your enemies?
Right now, the human invaders who stole our ancestors are our enemies, and when they found vengeance will be unavoidable. Then we'll deal with those who stole our land.
Who stole your land? Not me.
You do not know. I will only say that when we awoke, we found your land of Avernum sitting in our many caves, once ours.
And he, of course, sells a bunch of potions, which we don't need. Unfortunately, we cannot make potions with him. This is a stupid Venatai male pacing around this lecture hall. He walks around while reading a scroll. Even though he doesn't seem aware of his surroundings, he definitely steps around chairs and away from walls. When you get close, he looks up to you.
Welcome, humans. He pauses a moment to verify you understand his speech. I am Seno, an honored teacher.
What might your job be here?
I'm an instructor. I teach the magical arts to visitors, even you.
What do you teach?
I instruct visitors in the powerful Venatai magical arts. In return, we of Egli request coins and materials we can use to continue our research. Let me know if you wish to purchase skills to pay the bills. By the way, to use spells I teach you, you will need a spirit prism.
Where would I get a spirit prism?
Go speak with Leth. He's Egli's crystalsmith.
What is a spirit prism?
Do not confuse the spirit prism with the crystal soul. A crystal soul is a vowed Venatai soul made into a physical form to guide us after death. A spirit prism is a crystal magically altered to accept and store vibrations and energies of life. It is possible to take part of the life force of another creature and store it in a spirit prism. It does not hurt the being touched in this way, and the life energy can be studied.
How developed is your magic?
We Dvarati haven't the physical strength of your people, but our magical skills are greatly advanced.
What are you reading?
He shows it to you. It's from Avernum. It looks like a work of fiction, a very bawdy work of fiction.
I'm trying to learn about humans. The scroll interests me. It seems to be describing a very complicated magical ritual.
Not quite.
Maybe it's your imagination or a trick of the light, but you would swear that Sino turns pale.
I see. Humans are very, very interesting.
What?
What is it, a fucking porno scroll?
I'm an instructor. I teach the magical arts to visitors.
And even that I hate my kind. Why will you teach me?
It's not an issue without argument. Some of us hate you, some of us don't. I am of the faction that believes you are not part of the aliens that defiled our lands. Because of this, I will aid you. Perhaps you can help us recover our lost crystal souls.
What do you teach?
I instruct visitors in the powerful Venati magical arts. In return, we of Egli request coins and materials we can use to continue our researches. Let me know if you wish to purchase skills. By the way, to use spells I can teach you, you will need a spared prism.
How developed is your magic?
Developed as fuck.
What do we need? Like a focus crystal? We circumvented that shit. There's a pair of gloves in here. Of course we can take them. What are you fucking kidding me? They're tinker gloves that give a +1 to tool use. Get the Trog. Trog the Mushroom Man. Yeah. We gotta have that +1 tool use. That way we don't need to max our tool use out. Oh fuck yeah, we're gonna steal that shit so we can sell it. Looks like we can break down the walls there. I don't think we need to. I think we can start selling razor disc as well. We have plenty.
You are ugly!
Alright, those are all the secret buttons in Egli. Spirit prism. I talked to this motherfucker. He didn't say anything about a spirit prism. We gotta talk to Abra. Abracadabra. Abra fucking cadabra. Okay. I'll just gank a cloak, no big deal. Heyo! Let's see if our piercing stone works. Yes, it does. A small crystal case, like the vanata I usually use for storing personal effects. You open the case and are greeted by a bewildering pile of small vials and jars. Their labels indicate they're filled with all manner of pungent and rare magical reagents, none of which you have any idea how to use. Well, fuck that. We need a higher vanata lower, I'm assuming. For now, we can grab this shit. This is a Venatai woman sitting cross-legged on the carpet, staring deeply into a large glowing crystal, and the room is very warm. Hi! She ignores you. Motes of light float from her eyes into the crystal. Other smaller motes float back. Ah! You start to speak to her, but note her furious concentration and stop. Interrupting magical rituals is a dangerous business.
Okay. Ain't you trying to pray the gay away? Fuck this door. You're stupid.
You must go. It's rent our ear now. Telling us we must go? Fuck you. Stealing your shit. Silver necklace and a wand of inferno. Hey! Keeping hellhounds back here. What's wrong with you? Some of that puppy good night. Damn, you ain't even got an energy potion, honey bunny? Fuck. You must go, 'cause you's a hoe. You try to open the case, only to realize that it doesn't have any handles. You try to pry the door open, but it refuses to budge. It's like a solid block of stone. Eventually thwarted, you leave the case alone. Okay. The entrance of this cell is a narrow, sharply twisted corridor. It's very warm, and there is a strong, pungent smell you can't immediately identify.
It's probably me. I farted.
When you get too close to the ruin, a huge demon appears, mist rising from its red leathery skin. It bolts for the exit, but a wall slides shut behind, locking you both in. Furious, it attacks.
Ow! Rude!
Someone's hurled a crystal box in the corner. The blow was not hard enough to shatter it, but hard enough to cover it with the lacework of cracks. Turning it over, you see that there's a ring inside. A gift that displeased someone, perhaps. You take it. And you gain the ivory band. It's a missile damage ring. With some mind effect resistance. I don't think anyone's going to really want it. The mind effect resistance probably worth more than the quick action. Gives a little armor. Yeah. The quick action +1, not a big deal. But 15% mind resistance, yeah, that can be helpful. We don't want people charming our beloved fighters and shit. It's interesting it kicked me out there. We still want to talk to this pendejo that's up in here. But they're making us go the long way around.
You're stupid!
The small demonic creature scuttling underfoot. It smells of sulfur and bad cheese. It asks its name. It displays a crude hand gesture in return.
What are you running around for, you little fuck nugget? I run errands, and you better watch it, asshole. Watch for what? A Rentar Dumble will turn you to a slug. Ha! What sort of errands have you done?
It expels gas in your direction, then wanders off.
Ew, smell like demon dick.
The Venati lady bears herself with utter confidence. She wears long, radiant robes which seem to shift and flow under her own power. She's extremely irritated that you've disturbed her. She points at you. Your skin begins to itch and burn.
You alien. I am called Rentar Irno. You've disturbed me.
I wish to speak with you. Stop making my balls itch.
You are an outsider, one of those who steal our lands of our ancestors. My anger burns to see you. You are my foe. Until someone stolen from my people has been returned, be grateful I only do this.
She waves a hand. An instant later, you are elsewhere. What the fuck, bitch? She might not talk to us until we do a questicle. Okay, she does not want to talk to me. Well, at least it's only 5 coins. Could be worse. Test of strength. Well, we know who's going to go on the test of fucking strength. The portal before you glows and flickers greedily at your approach. A soft voice says, "Here lies the test of the Venati. One of you may enter." Strangely, the voice is speaking in your tongue. "Choose the strongest and surest in battle, or you'll fall before the enemy's fangs. Choose wisely, else death is certain."
Mighty Lug Lug going!
You enter the first room of the test, a hall filled with statues of young Venati. Whether the statues are victims of the test or victors is not immediately clear.
I'll fuck shit up! Ow, my balls!
Probably should have gave Lug some more fucking healing potions, but hey, you know, it's a test of strength. There we go. Gotta give us a little bit of healing here and there. Smoldered chamber is dimly lit by a pair of braziers filled with glowing stones. There's a pit in the center of the chamber. The floor is covered with numerous colonies of mud.
Feeling groovy! I like it, kid.
Golden chain. It's interesting. +1 armor, +3 to evade attack. It's only worth 250. We selling it. We selling it. Put the fucking spoon back, Lug.
But I'm hungry.
The water is refreshing and makes you feel energized. As you enjoy invigorating, tingling sensation, the pool rapidly dries up. It's probably our healing. That was probably a fucking healing. We might need to save that. Ah, fuck me in the ass, dude. You fucking numbnut.
Rude!
That shielding potion hooked me up, so I'm just going to leave that because I'm pretty sure this is going to heal us. Magical energy, that doesn't really do us shit. And that is a healing potion. Healing fountain, rather. What the fuck, bro? You're smoking the gun. What the fuck is going on here? I'm hitting F3 to save. Okay. I'm gonna pause the camera. I think I was trying to quick save during combat, and that's why it wasn't working. Anyways, should be okay now. We got bandages. As far as you can tell, nothing happens. Well, then let's not fucking drink it. Probably means it's healing. I think Lug was made for this dungeon. The crypt is completely empty. It seems to be here mainly for show. The undead here seem to have been generated from chalk and old flecks of random bones. Is that it? That's some pussy shit. Doesn't seem there is much more here, so let's go ahead and complete this test. When you step in the portal, a bright green glow appears and envelops you. There's a familiar feeling, a sense of vertigo, and then you find yourself back at the entrance. You've passed the test. Go now and find you earned your place among our people. Glug got that level. We're all kind of all over the place now with our levels, so I guess we'll just do what we gotta do. Let's go ahead and throw in some endurance. I'm just not gonna focus on dual weapons right now because I got so much. We really don't have dual weapons to worry about. So we'll just keep pumping it into that singular weapon. And being happy about it. We're trying to get to that adrenaline rush anyways. But we do got Blade sweep and focus spirit. Shakes off cowardly curses and poisons of your foes, and blade sweep swings your weapon in a wide arc, striking all nearby foes. Alright, we have 2 of the 3 questicles completed. And we have another town here. Large mass of Venati guards keep watch close to this city. They're very concerned when they see you approach. They move closer. You stop moving. They draw their weapons. You start to back away. One of them screams, "Drop blades or perish!" Okay. You set your weapons down. This seems to calm them down a lot. They walk up to you and ask where you came from. You tell them about Avent and the ritual of the welcoming. They seem rather upset that they have let you go. However, you are technically their guest. They allow you to pick up your weapons and proceed. There are several Venati guards hiding in the rocks around this bridge. They emerge and reach for their weapons when they see you approach. Then when they see who you are, they shake their heads and slowly withdraw. As you pass, one mutters, "Not good to go. Need a soul that was stolen." Shrine of the Crystals. I don't think we want to go there yet. This passage has been blocked off by a crude stone wall. It's very old, but it's weathered. The years well. To the side, by the cave wall, you find a rusty iron door. The door opens into a long, windy passage. You walk down it and find at its end a chamber filled with what looks like large, upright crystal coffins. Just under the surface, you can barely make out the form of dozens of Venati. It's very spooky, but not very useful. You look around for a little bit, find nothing of value, and leave. So we have basically the Venati here. We got a cache with more Venati. I don't know if these are ones that we can free eventually. Playing this game much more blind than the first one. There is no updated walkthrough at all for Avernum 2 or 3, this version anyways. But there was a decent one for the first game. Here's something the Venati have in common with the humans and other races in your cave. Like you, they keep giant lizards around. Like you, they remove their claws and fangs. And like you, they sometimes lose track of their stock. The breed of this group of lizards is very similar to the lizards grown back in Avernum. They're just as mean-spirited. They hiss at you loudly when you get close and then wander away. Looks like undead to me. Found the ruins of a small Venati village, heavily weathered by time. Most of the things of value have been stolen or rotted away. In one or more of the intact buildings, you find a rotten leather pouch. There are several rocks inside. They look worthless, so you leave them behind. Oh, we need Venati lore there, I'm assuming. You enter a network of narrow tunnels, full of thick fungus and cloud of spores. Tiny airborne bits of fungus and lichen clog your nose and sting your eyes. They're not only thick clumps of mushrooms and trees, but also thick tangles of mold and lichen. This is a flat stone bridge, suspended over the river of thick pillars. The center section of the bridge is collapsed, but the support pillars remain. The This is just a barely usable bridge crossing over the river. Your weight seems to threaten to crumble it at any moment, but you manage to cross safely. Ow. Okay. We don't want to be over here yet, obviously. Oh no, they got us trapped. Oh, we're extra fucked. You gotta get away from me, wormy fucking worm. I don't like you! As the Venati see that you're approaching the gate, they raise their weapons and salute. One of them shouts, "The envoys approach, Olgai!" Moments later, the gates open. The Venati city of Olgai is allowing you to enter. Probably a good place to cut the camera. The problem is do we have asshole worms waiting for us outside, or are they gonna fuck off? They know they can take us. There we go. We've got them lured away for now. Alright, folks. It's gonna wrap it up. We'll see you soon with more Avernum 2.